What's this? Oh, right. Okay, then. Not that. And let us end off with Aquaman, Battle for Atlantis. Episode 13. What? Well, you can't resist looking at the comments. Good thing I've never heard of this game until John Trons's, I'm assuming this guy, video showed up. Believe me, if it weren't for John Tron's video, I'd never known about the game either. And I wish I could have forgotten it. This is still the worst game I have ever played. And I was playing Superman 65 at the same time and was having more fun than that. Yet I don't think you've ever finished uploading the Man, this is a popular review. 5.3 million viewers. Anyway, a boring ending to a boring game. How fitting. So I spent $15 to replace the copy of Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction that my PS3 ate. And I must say, really looking forward to you playing that one. He already did, but not at the time, actually. It might be my new second favorite in the series. Nothing will top your arsenal, though. Replaying it after all this time makes me remember how fun and frustrating it is. This is why a bunch of games have more than one phase for a final boss. How did John Trons's video become so popular? At least that one did. But anyway, so ends what is possibly the most boring, air quote boring, and most monotonous, and the worst game I think I've ever played. Honestly, I think it might rival your Secret Agent Clank playthrough, because you found that game to be utterly boring as well. The only sections you found interesting were the Quark sections. I think, in a sense, you might not like Secret Agent Clank more, because you only gotten through it via live stream. At least this, and with people, and honestly the commentary was kinda boring. I mean, it wasn't exactly focused on the game, it was just focused on random things. Some were, I guess, interesting, but most of it was not particularly super interesting. At least with this, it was actually rather hilarious. Just seeing you go, just getting mad or something. Anyway, Mission 21, Blood Brothers.
Hello everyone, Mr. Roxas1359. Welcome to the finale of Let's Play Aquaman, Battle for Atlantis with Mission 21, Blood Brothers.
Yeah!
So, we're finally here, ladies and gentlemen. 21 agonizing missions later, and we are here at last. Thank God. And just like what happened with Black Manta, this is set up the same exact way as it was when we went to go and fight him. Down to a T. I hope you guys like it, because we're going through gauntlets. And
Defeat Ocean Master.
Surprisingly enough, and I will gladly accept this, because we're going through gauntlets. And surprisingly enough, and I will gladly accept this, there's not one oceanic brawler that is inside this. I will gladly accept the fact that there is no oceanic brawlers at all. All we're going to be doing is just fighting Razorfins. And I haven't sped this up. And after watching that sped up for so long, it feels like this is going slower. And that makes me quite sad. I'd speed this up, but I can't. Because that'd be bad. Speed up for the finale.
It wouldn't be as long as the sped up portion, it wouldn't be as long as the other video with sped up portions.
And again, what would be stopping me from doing that for the finale? And again, what would be stopping me from doing that? I don't know. Also, I hate when my mic does this. My mic's kind of screwing up and I need to buy a new one, but I found out how much mic costs. My mic costs like $100. That's rather expensive. Alright, I fixed it.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you heard that. Since, what am I going to comment on? Dave, sorry if you heard. Alright, I fixed it. Dave, sorry if you heard that. Since, alright, I fixed it. It's rather expensive. Alright, I fixed it. Alright, I fixed it. Dave, sorry if you heard that.
I don't think it was picked up, actually.
What am I going to comment on? The fact that I'm fighting a bunch of razor-fin ultras? What makes them ultra? The fact that they have more health. That is literally the only thing. Everything else for this, we're just fighting them normal. We have to go through quite a few rounds of these, and then we go and take on Ocean Master. This is set up the same exact way that we had to do for Lava Lord, and in the way how the setting is, pretty much the same exact way we had to deal with Black Manta. There's no real difference with this, and that just makes me...
Except it looks a lot more greener, but that's about it.
Just, I don't know, I'm already disappointed with this game.
It looks a lot more greener, really.
And I already just, I don't know, I'm already disappointed with this game greatly. And I already think this is one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. But...
I'll take it off your hands if you haven't thrown it away yet.
It's got such a shitty ending. Alright, so that takes care of that, so... let's fly through and take on the next bunch of enemies. Funny thing is, I've not taken any damage yet, so... let's go and take on these 4 razor fins. There's nothing but razor fins here. They're all razor fin ultras. All of them are just the same enemies. They're all doing that, and I'm literally... I don't think I get any damage until the 3rd area of this is when the first time I actually get hit. So that shows you that I've gotten good at this game, right? No. It means I know how to abuse the AI in this game. Oh, I got punch points.
Technically, it's good in a sense.
Game.
Oh,
I got punch points. Game. Oh, I got punch points. I stand corrected. I guess this was the 2nd area in which I managed to take out the enemies and do that. But my bad. Oh, well, we're almost done. That's a good thing. Hey, there we go. Do. Come on. Have a knee. Knee.
that wasn't in rhythm.
The most damage to knee.
Huh, how it sounded, it actually was in tune with what you said was nee. So it was kind of in tune, but the leg movement wasn't.
Because this does the most damage to these guys, and it's the fastest method. And this guy behind me needs to go and stop, and I hate when cameras change like that.
Sorry, I was holding my breath for a moment.
And I hate when cameras
Literally.
change like that. And this guy behind me needs to go and stop, and I hate when cameras change like that. And time to die. And come on. Nope. There we go. Dude. Come on. Come closer. Give Aquaman a hug. There we go. That takes care of that one.
Let me punch you in the face.
Now on to the 3rd area, which is, I believe, the last area. Yes, this is the last area. And this is actually an instance in which I got a little bit lost because, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually recording this. When I recorded this one, this was actually recorded on a brand new television. I hadn't told anyone about... I told a few people about this, but I actually had to get a new television because my mother's ended up screwing up, so I gave her the one that I ended up using for the longest time to record my projects ever since I had the HD PVR. So I gave her the one that... because my mother's ended up screwing up, so I gave her the one that I ended up using for the longest time to record my project. Because my mother's ended up screwing up, so I gave her the one that I ended up using for the longest time.
Alright, I guess when you say your mother's, I guess it meant that your mother's technically owned it, but then you just let her have it. I'm guessing that's how it went.
To record my project ever since I had the HD PVR. So, I have this new TV. It's beautiful. It's 1080p. Does this mean I'm going to start rendering in 1080p and recording? Maybe. I need to...
Well, you haven't. So far you've been doing in 720p. And not 720p 60 either.
Determine on that real quick. I need to determine on that real quick. If the game is not 1080p, then there's no real point for me to do it. 60 frames per second I might end up doing too, since YouTube might start doing that. But those videos take up a lot of space when rendering and editing them, which is why I haven't been doing it. But, yeah. New TV. And I have to say, it held up pretty well for this. It actually made this game... It didn't make this game look pixely at all. I haven't fully tested Superman 64 on it because, you know, the whole cartridge glitching thing, which I'm still trying to figure out what the hell happened with that. But...
You might need a new one, I guess.
Down, and
I guess. You could have it repaired, but I don't know how.
fun.
But I don't know how and why the camera.
And...
But why and why.
And now...
And why the camera. And why the camera that's and.
Now to beat up the last mook in this game.
Booyah.
Last mook needs to die. Wait, is that a closed door? Is this... Am I right? Is this the right one? The third one should be the last one, I believe. Yes, the third one is the last one. So this is the last mook in the game we should have to be showing our Knee of Justice to. Then we gotta show a boss mook the Knee of Justice. So that takes care of that. And... I'm completely wrong. Wait, no, I'm right, because there's no enemies inside here. And I'm wondering, like, okay, where's the door for this? You can barely see where the door is because of the kryptonite fog on this. It made the wall where it is look like, you know, an area you're not supposed to go to. So I thought that, and I tried to grab it because I remember, you know, the whole moray thing, but no, it wasn't. So I'm going around, I'm going, where is this door? Where is it? And there it is right there, because of the kryptonite fog. But, here's Orm. Here's Orm.
What? Here's Orm?
Fog. But, here's Orm.
Orm? Is that his name or something? Welcome, brother. Come to beg for mercy. I come to offer you one last chance.
You know, you're very confident considering everything.
The villain's a little too confident. Aquaman's been beating everyone up. Every mook, that is, as Roxas1359 likes to phrase it. Black Manta has been defeated, and the Fire Trolls have retreated. Ooh, you like to rhyme. Your fleet is destroyed, and your mad plan to rule Atlantis has failed. It's over, Orm. Okay, yeah, Orm, I guess so. You are wrong, Aquaman. Atlantis has been weakened. I will not withstand another attack. Especially... It will not withstand another attack. Especially when it learns that its king is dead. I like his pose, like, ooh! I like Aquaman's pose. You want the crown? Come and take it. Let us settle this once and for all, brother.
So, now for the final boss against Ocean Master, in which we have to swim to him. Now, Ocean Master, he has the highest amount of health, and let me just tell you, you can easily combo him. Watch what I'm doing.
What are they barking at now? I don't see anything. It's just dogs overreacting or something. I can't see from my I guess maybe something I can't see from my window here. I'll go check it out once this video is ended.
He will not be hitting me for a while, actually. But you have to watch out for him. Because I will tell you right now, this guy hits like a fucking tank. He grabs you once, and he will kick your ass. I almost actually died for a second. Because I was trying my hardest to go through this entire boss without getting hit once. Because it would be the best way to end off this project. Is just to show how pathetic this boss is. I mean, I'm doing a good enough job already, I think. I mean, I think I'm doing a good enough job.
Yeah.
Already, because I mean,
I was gonna say yeah a little earlier, before I said yeah.
Here is Ocean Master.
Before I said the first yeah.
The supposed like big baddie of the game, Master. I mean, here is Ocean Master, the supposed like big baddie of the game, and I've already almost got him down to his last health bar. I've got him less than his most health bar. But here's what I mean. This guy hits with a fucking tank.
Ooh.
Now, that move is probably his weakest one, but look at this.
Oh!
Fucking tank. So here, I'm already kind of worried because there's no checkpoint system in this game. If I end up dying, I have to do this whole mission again. I'm not doing this shit, so die. There you go. That's the final boss. Don't you just love it? Just great.
Well, final boss. Has to be very difficult, or at least has to be the most difficult, or at least very difficult. And has to do a lot of damage. To some degree. You're beaten, Orm. No, it can't end like this. I've come too far. Sacrificed too much. It's over. Nice shots. Looking good. Anyway, not while I still have power. Ooh, what are you gonna do? Kerblam!
Teleportation, yeah!
No, you won't escape that easily.
And he's using telepathy
On
the dragon!
Exclamation mark. Oh. Voom. You're not commenting on the voom or anything else? Swoosh. Jump. So what happened? So apparently, what are these two missiles here? Like, I guess he fired two missiles at. So I'm guessing the villain fired two missiles, they missed, and he went right into the mouth. And so it ends. Thank you, my friend.
Wait, so did he eat him? I can't tell. I'm gonna assume he did, but I just couldn't tell.
I fear that we have lost our king. Really? Well, some optimist. Arthur is strong, Volko. He's never failed to beat Ocean Master before. But wouldn't we have heard something by now? In fact, he's probably gonna walk through the door. Slam! Arthur? Glad to see me. He looks kind of menacing, actually. He looked kind of menacing in that shot there for a moment. Anyway, at least for a moment, he looked menacing. What happened? Where is Ocean Master? Orm has been defeated. Atlantis is safe. Is he? Doubtful, but wherever he is, I can assure you he won't be returning for a long time. So Aquaman's pretty darn sure he's not dead. Just defeated for a while, so to speak. You get what I mean, he's defeated. He's basically been defeated and it's gonna be a while before he even returns. Is what Aquaman is saying.
Never again in video game form, I'm pretty sure.
I guess? He deserves whatever happens to him. You're alive and that's all that matters. My king, what became of those beings Ocean Master created? As soon as they were released from Ocean Master's influence, they gained free will. They are somewhat disoriented. I guess the only one who's disappointed is Roxas1359, actually. They are somewhat disoriented, but they'll be okay. And I think they will make good neighbors. Alright then. Despite all of the horrors, it seems as though we gained some new allies. Yes, thankfully. How are Tempest and Dolphin?
Are they gonna question how many of them you killed?
Technically speaking, I don't think Arthur... I was gonna say Aquaman, but technically Arthur. I don't think he's killed anybody. He wouldn't kill Black Manta, so that's a testament to that. So there, we're doing fine now. we're doing fine now. Thanks. So you were just faking being injured all this time? I'm surprised he didn't ask. I'm surprised he didn't put an exclamation mark somewhere here. Here, anywhere, blah. Yeah. About as much as you are now. Touché. I'm assuming touché. I can't tell much of the context, but I'm gonna assume that. So you've been faking this whole time, and you are as well. He's basically saying, this guy, Ocean Master did seem to have the upper hand. In what sense? Exactly. He's a small evil fish in a very big pond. He never stood a chance. What now, my king? Now we rebuild and see what tomorrow begins. And here's the screenshot for the video, for this video anyway, that I'm playing, and will be for my second part in this video. In what will be in the second part for this entire video. Okay.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. What do I think about this game?
Developed by Lucky Chicken Games, and he's gonna rant, ain't he?
This is by far one of the worst video games I've ever played in my 15 years of gaming and seeing things about gaming. This game is so boring, so poorly designed, so monotonous. I recommend no one ever play this game. It's just bad. The game loses so much focus because of the fact, okay, we have 3 villains now, and it's trying to do some big conspiracy. But the thing is, I think because of the fact that they were trying to focus on 3 of Aquaman's biggest villains, it ended up losing focus in the game. And as a result, we had many repeat missions, one after another. The game design in general for how we have to deal with all the enemies is bullshit. The fact that we can't, end up saving our people unless we deal with every single enemy is bullshit. The fact that our guards are so retarded is stupid. And these credits are already over. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
It apparently used the renderware engine. I'm
still gonna rant a bit. Yes, this rant a bit. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still gonna rant a bit.
VP Operations Lorena Billig.
So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still gonna rant a bit. Yes, this game is just... So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still gonna rant a bit. Yes, this game is being our people unless we deal with every single enemy is bullshit. The fact that our guards are so retarded is stupid. And these credits are already over. So guess what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm still gonna rant a bit. Yes, this game is just not good at all. avoid this game like the plague, ladies and gentlemen. Do not play this game. It's so boring. It just is not good at all. I cannot believe I actually think Superman 64 is a better video game than Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. There is actually more mission variety in that game than there is in Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. And while the game in Superman is glitchy and buggy as fuck, some of them are actually hilarious and lead to rage-filled moments. I didn't get really rage-filled moments with this. I thought I was fucking bored and wanted to finish this game and just be done with it after the second mission.
Actually, you did have a lot of rage-filled moments. Actually, you did have a few rage-filled moments like Superman 64, actually. Well, I haven't seen your Superman 64. I don't think you've even uploaded it, actually. Come to think of it, because you've had problems, and I think you just discarded the thing. I could be wrong, but I've looked through your playlists, and I haven't seen Superman 64 anywhere. So, yeah.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. Finish this game and just be done with it after the second mission. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. This has been Roxas 1359. Avoid Aquaman Battle for Atlantis like the plague. Thank you guys for watching, and congratulations. If you beat this game, you unlock Classic Aquaman from the, 60s one. And then if you beat the game again, you unlock Tempest. I believe it's Tempest. So,
there you go. You finally say the other costume. I'm assuming that's the other costume.
See you guys next time.
And no less at the fact that it's at the very end of your playthrough.
See you guys next time. So, see you guys next time.
That was my stomach growling. Alright, and that was Aquaman Battle for Atlantis. How did I think of his playthrough overall? Honestly, it was actually one of his better playthroughs, if not for the fact that, well, how do I put this? It was very funny and entertaining, and he said he didn't have any rage-filled moments or something.
I just like the play. And while the game in Superman is glitchy and buggy as fuck, some of them are actually hilarious and lead to rage-filled moments. I didn't get really rage-filled moments with this. I thought I was fucking bored and wanted to finish this game and just be done with it after the second mission.
So, yeah.
But anyway, guys, I'm gonna...
Yeah, okay, that's the end of that there. Okay, then. He actually did have some rage-filled moments, if you ask me, in this game, because he was just, like, ranting about how impractical a lot of the things were, especially the guards being not exactly, for the most part, smart. And because of that, and a lot of impracticalities with the game kind of just got him to resort, almost said restore, no, that wouldn't be the right word here, resort to, I'm giving myself the giggles, to post commentary. It was actually very funny. At the same time, he honestly did point out a few of what makes this game good, but honestly, I wouldn't be ranting because, well, mainly because I'm not the ranting type. I don't typically rant about things, so to speak. Still, I question, even though he ranted more about this game than Secret Agent Clank, I feel in a sense, he found Secret Agent Clank more boring because, well, it's that he needed live stream. His commentary for Secret Agent Clank was actually rather boring for the most part. It just never really got me laughing or really pulled in or anything. It's just random stuff. Here, he just had and wasn't really focused in so much about his commentary I find it rather funny because he says that this game wasn't so focused in the story because it's not like 2-3 big baddies, but then it draws away from this. But then it kind of doesn't. The story doesn't feel so. It doesn't feel as well because it draws away from the impact of the story, so to speak. I have something else to say. I know it. Oh, yeah, and he also kept up a constant stream. I mean, Roxas1359 never stopped talking through it. And he always had an informative and was funny. That's what I think he should be. This was actually one of his better moments, if you ask me, in commentating, because he was always informative and funny at the same time. He just got got me laughing at least. I don't know whoever else was laughing, but I know I was. And I really enjoyed it for the most part. His Secret Agent Clank, another game he finds boring, but he live streamed with other people. His commentary was boring because it was just random stuff, and it wasn't even focused on the game, and he used the live stream only as an excuse, pretty much, so he could get through it, and then he could get to Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction. Basically, he wanted to finish up all the original continuity games, even though the canon, so to speak, for Ratchet & Clank, Size Matters, and Secret Agent Clank are ambiguously canon. I think there may have been some areas I found that say they weren't canon, but I don't know for sure. Maybe I'll find out. I think I've read somewhere that actually said that it wasn't those two games weren't canon, even though they were said Ratchet and Clank Size Matters was said to take place after Ratchet and Clank, not Secret. It was said to take place after Ratchet and Clank 3 and Ratchet Deadlocked, while Secret Agent Clank was said to take place sometime after Ratchet Deadlocked. So there's that. But in the meantime, his commentary was very informative and hilarious, I found. Honestly, it was some of his better commentary I've seen, but will he ever see this? I don't know. He hasn't really acknowledged it, so I can't. No notifications, seriously. Your notifications live here. Subscribe to your favorite channels to get notified about their latest videos. Boy. I'm subscribed to Roxas1359 and Capitalist. First Capitalist, then Roxas1359. That's the order I subscribed in. Anyway, so yeah, nothing else to say here except thank you all for watching, and I like this. Added to liked videos. And let's just end this. I like this. And added to liked videos. I said like to late. I wouldn't say that it wasn't a bad ending. I liked the ending, actually. I mean, what do you expect when it's alright, the villain's been defeated, and let's now repair the city. Doesn't sound too bad to me, if you ask me. But anyway, people, thank you all for watching. What? Why do they have the same thing? What is this? Anyway, thank you all for watching. See you next time for my final update video on this computer anyway, and have a nice day and be safe. Bye.